Yes. Good morning to everyone. Today we are going to learn about the fractures in children. Okay, it comes under the orthopedic disorders in fifth unit. So you'll see, it is not any fresh unit for you. It is already you learned in the second year under medical surgical conditions. So what will happen in the children about fracture? We will see now. So, definition of fracture, as you know, fracture may be defined as a break in the continuity of any long or short bone. Etiology for this, etiology and these factors: traumatic injury, extreme force, stress greater than it can absorb, and direct blows, crushing forces, extreme muscle contractions, sudden switching motions. Sudden twisting motions. Okay, types of fractures here in children: open fractures, closed fractures, linear fractures, oblique fractures, longitudinal fractures, transverse fractures, spiral fractures, green stick fractures, compression fractures, impacted fractures, pathogenic fractures, Cooley's fractures. Okay, these are the types you are going to see in the picture. Please concentrate on the pictures, how the fractures is are there in different types from starting A to L. Pathophysiology. Due to etiological factor, here when bone gets fractured, there is a restriction of surrounded blood vessels, as you know, periosteum and soft tissues. Bleeding occurs and hematoma is formed in medullary canal between the fracture ends, the bone, and beneath the periosteum. Death of the tissue immediately occurs adjacent to fractures. Inflammatory responses occurs. Vasodilatation, edema, pain, loss of function, exudate of plasma, leukocyte, and infiltration of the WBCs will occur. They breed the formation of bone healing finally. Then clinical features, if you see, swelling, discoloration, edema, loss of function, crepitus, then bluishness and shortening, hypovolemic and pain. Complications with these fractures are early complications. We are seeing shock, fat embolism, compartment syndrome, deep vein thrombosis, disseminated intravascular coagulopathy, then infections. Medical and surgical management: reduction. There may be an open reduction and closed reduction, as you know. Reduction of the fracture, that is setting the bone, refers to restoration of fracture fragments to anatomic alignment and rotation. Open reduction is surgically approaches. The fracture fragments are reduced externally or internal fixation devices, that may be with the metallic pins, wires, screws, plates, nails, and rods. May be used to hold the bone fragments in a position until solid bone healing occurs. This is how the internal fixation will be done. Then external fixation with the external fixator. The difference between the internal and external means, internally we are doing surgical opening the bone, and we are locating the bone and inserting plates or nails or anything. But without any opening, externally fixation will be done in the second picture. Then nursing diagnosis, if you follow: acute pain related to fracture, immobility related to fracture, risk of infection related to damage of the protective barriers, constipation related to immobilization, skin integrity related to applying immobilization devices. Then acute pain, that is related to breakdown of the continuity of the bone, as evidenced by the facial expressions and verbalization of the patient. Our goal is patient will not feel pain. Our interventions are: assess the onset, duration, location, severity, and intensity of the pain, administer the analgesics according to the physician order, provide comfortable devices like sandbags for immobilization of affected parts, provide diversional therapy. Then impaired physical mobility related to application of the traction of the cast, as evidenced by the assessment. Our goal is patient will able to move unaffected area. Interventions are: provide range of motion exercises to the patient, assist the patient in ambulation after the recovery of fracture, provide assistance while using walker or crutches if required, prevent from complications which usually occurs due to immobility. Self-care deficits related to fracture as evidenced by the poor personal hygiene. Our goal is patient will maintain the personal hygiene. Our interventions are assess the need of self-care, encourage the patient or relatives to do self-care activity, head to food care to be provided to the patients, educate about importance of maintaining personal hygiene. Next, nursing diagnosis is imbalanced nutrition less than body requirements related to increased demand of nutrient for bone healing as evidenced by the observation. Our goal is maintain the nutritional status of the patient. Interventions are assess the nutritional status by intake and output chart, biochemical measures, body mass, maintain intake output chart daily, encourage the patient to take the protein rich diet, plenty of fluids and frequent intake of the meal is necessary. Try to assess the daily weight of the client. Health talk to the mother. Away from traumatic injuries, and then immobilization, adequate support for fractured bone during the turning and positioning, maintenance of fluid and electrolyte balance, administration of corticosteroids to treat a inflammatory process, to treat a cerebral edema, and administration of vasoconstrictive medications for supporting CVS function to prevent hypotension, shock, interstitial pulmonary edema. Morphine may be administered to treat the relieving of pain, plaster of Paris and sprains and strains. So this is about the fractures in children.